Hi everyone, Christine here at Christine's Craft Table, coming to you on day 24 of National Crochet Month Challenge. And today's topic is the granny square. But before I talk about the granny square, I want to welcome one of my newest subscribers, Samantha Stewart. Welcome. I'm glad you found me and joined me, and I hope you enjoy my videos. So, the granny square. Well, you all have probably seen about every granny square that I have made in my crochet journey already. So I was at a loss for a minute as to what to talk about. Then I remembered that I have recently started a project, and this is new for me because I usually crochet step by step, following a pattern. And so this one is a little bit out of the box for me. But I am making this granny square color block wall hanging. My thought is to hang it here, somewhere around here, as a backdrop for some color during my videos. And so I'm just going to my stash and finding all the colors that seem like they would contribute to this wall hanging. And I'm making this same exact pattern. And so far, I think it's going well. All I've done is granny squares. I still have probably about 10 more colors to work up, and then I will form some kind of pattern. But I'm still thinking through the backdrop. So I found the idea, actually the pattern even, from Jada & Stitches on her website. She was doing a live one day and she explained how to do a solid granny square. And I love the neatness of this. The pattern is very pretty. So it's just 6 rounds. Every single one of them has the same amount of stitches, same amount of rounds. And someone during that live suggested that a color block hanging of this would be really pretty, of doing, you know, what I'm doing, one block in each color. And I agreed. And so I started upon the project, and I hope it will turn out really well. But so far, I'm not sure. I've made a lot of granny squares since I discovered them last year, but I haven't really put together that many. I think Bag O' Day's Crochet Along is really the only blanket where I put together granny squares, and those were giant, about 12-inch squares. So this is new, and I understand that it's good to put them together with some kind of a neutral color. So I'm thinking either black or maybe charcoal gray. If any of you have any suggestions, I welcome them in the comments. And as far as a backdrop or a backing, somebody said that they saw an artist canvas used where you could actually put the squares on temporarily and then move them around so you could, you know, play with different patterns. And I thought that was a wonderful idea, but I don't know how I would tack them on temporarily so I could move them around. And I guess I wouldn't be sewing them together in that case. So that's kind of floating around in my head. Or if I chose that route, maybe a cork board would be better than an artist canvas, because a cork board, I could probably use something like push pins. Thinking out loud here, if anybody has any suggestions, again, I welcome them wholeheartedly. And what do you think of the idea? Do you think it's a good idea? I know I need something because this is kind of plain back here. And I do love granny squares. And this whole color block idea just really captured my attention. So that's the plan. And that's all I have to share about granny squares today. If you want to see some of my more complex or colorful patterns, check out some of my other videos because I have made some very pretty ones so far. I'm working on acrylic scrap granny square blanket by, working up all my scraps into granny squares, and I've found some very pretty patterns, but I don't have enough squares yet to make the blanket, so that is a work in progress, which I've already showed you, so I won't show you again. Anyway, that's all I have for granny squares. I will see you tomorrow when I will explain to you why it is that I crochet.